this has to work. So always just keep that seed in the back of your mind, or that voice in the back of your mind, like, this has to work. I don't know what I got to do to make it work, but it has to work. So just always motivating yourself, even when no one else can motivate you.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Shireen, aka Lorraine, also known as Rain MFT, and I'm just here to tell y'all to subscribe to my girl's channel. Go like, go comment, and go subscribe. Thank you.
What's up? It's your girl Savage Flower here with the beautiful and incomparable
Millie.
Tell them what you do, babe. Let me know what you do.
So my name is Millie, and I own a fashion women's boutique currently. It's called Millie's Room. Yeah, we service currently right now women in just the latest fashion. I'm trying to transition into doing lifestyle as well too, but yeah, that's where we are right now.
And that men's line.
Yes, and that, you're right, got that sound bite. And we're trying to transition into having a men's line as well too, because I know a lot of men have been hitting me up like, yo, I like your style. I wanna wear what you have. Like, I want your fashion sense on me too. So we're definitely working on transitioning into that as well.
Just curious question, because I do styling. Would you?
So I want to say I have a little bit. You know what, I have actually. Her name is Bianca Dawn. She's a rapper, local rapper here in Miami. Super. Yes, super cool female. I did styling for her album, her mixtape cover, and 2 of her music video shoots. So yeah, I'll definitely transition into that. Listen, where the money resides.
We going. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
Definitely gonna do it.
Yes, because I would definitely recommend, baby. I don't know if
Please
y'all can see.
do.
I hope you can see, but I don't know if you can see the bomber jacket. It's that lining that highlights, like.
It really does. When you turn the light off,
Yeah,
it definitely
baby. So she's
glows in the dark.
definitely glowing. You feel me? Where are you from, though?
So I'm of Jamaican descent. Both of my parents are Jamaican. So I'm a first generation student. And then I was born in the Bronx, New York originally, and then I was raised here in Miami. So yeah, that's my background.
Yeah, so she's ours. They can claim her too because it's where she opened her eyes. I ain't even gonna take that away from them. But she was raised with us.
Yeah, technically, because I came here when I was 7. So yeah, I was raised in North Miami originally. So Sock by say to all my zoes, those my peoples.
Shout out. Yeah, y'all already know how y'all feel about me. We there every day. Okay? Every day. They claim me. Jamaicans, Bahamians, and Haitians claim
all of them.
That video, I promise you, that video is probably going to get the most views in the beginning, because from the moment I was 0 to this day, people look at me, you have to be something.
I really thought you were. I'm not going to. Well, hold on. What are you? What's your
all that
ethnicity
my grandma knows is black. That's all she knows. That's why I'm gonna take tests.
I'm not gonna lie. I really thought, I was like, dang, she must be
because I don't
like some island background, some island descent, but I don't know what it is.
Because I'm curious too. Because all of y'all can't just be just blind or whatever the case is. But at the same time, if I get this test back and I'm just black, whatever y'all see, black people could be too. Okay.
Listen, we all want people.
All
so
one. Yeah, of course. I love that. No discrimination. That's why I'm so interested, just because all Haitians love me. Jamaicans love me. And it's like, they really be like, Haitians have just came up to me and started speaking Creole. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I
don't speak it, but if I did, I would.
I'll be right there with
I
you.
would exchange with you, but if you could, yeah. Stop I say not to lay, that's all I know. That's all I know. And my soul friend, it's her fault. She's full-blown Haitian and she's slacking. But she said she's going to teach me when we move in together. So watch out for that. Fingers crossed. Because bilingual, like, because yesterday I was talking to somebody and they were like, when we moved here, they just wanted to assimilate. The parents wanted to assimilate, so they kind of didn't really speak Spanish to the kid. But I'm like, Listen, when your kid get older, that bilingual,
It
okay,
pays.
they gotta pay them
That's
for
where
that.
the money is.
It don't
money
matter what the
resides.
language is, okay? Teach it. Because I want to learn sign language for my cousin, because he's partially deaf. Shout out to you,
That's dope.
Jamari. But, so why fashion? Why did you get into fashion?
Why fashion? Why not fashion? Okay, so you guys know, just like I said, I'm of Jamaican descent. So, just being the dance hall lifestyle. If anyone knows dance hall, the history of it, when you go to dance hall, it's a whole fashion show. Even till we in 2021, to this day, it's a whole fashion show. Like
It really is.
you go to the Tailor Man, or you go to now at least the boutiques, or even like the I won't get in trouble for this, but the boosters to get your name brand stuff at a cheaper price.
Listen, if you're from a major city, you know about
You know about the boosters, so
Okay.
you go to those people to get your outfit so that when you get to the dance hall, you looking like the baddest person out there. So that's really where the fashion came from, because like it was just all that I seen from my mom, my dad, because my dad is a tailor too. So I didn't even tell you this. My dad made clothes for, oh my gosh, who's the guy that sings Flex? Time to up sex.
So coming back, who did Pop's Taylor made them things for though?
I like that. Okay. So Shabba Rank, Admiral Bailey, Sanchez, and Coco T. Shabba Ranks I knew for sure. I couldn't get his name. So saved my life. Those are the 4 people. So why fashion? So yeah, just the simple fact that it was just something that I grew up around, and just seeing him making clothes. And he owns a restaurant now, but he still sometimes, does tailoring if he needs to. And then just watching my mom and just the culture of dance hall and being the baddest person out there with the flyest outfit. So
That's one thing I admire. That's why I gotta take the test. So if I'm one, I gotta come play real fast. I'm just not one of the people that appropriate like I don't care if how many of them love me to death. I'm not just gonna throw on and fake like I ain't like that. I'll support all day. When they Independence Days come around, I shout, hey, happy Independence Day, all that. But I'm not just gonna put myself just cause How long fashion? How long? I know you probably, cause you give me them vibes like you was stepping out since middle school, elementary school. So the transformation to the store, let's say.
okay. So the funny thing, we were talking about this before we started recording. I honestly think like of our generation, just coming from like the 90s babies, like most of our parents wanted us to go to college, get a degree, and then get a job. That was like the idealistic thing to do. But if you wanted to do something different, it was like kind of frowned upon. And the crazy thing is, most of our parents haven't been to college, so they don't even really know like. And I'm not crapping on our parents wanting us to go to school. I'm just saying the experience of it, and knowing like the ins and outs of it, or what college entails and the benefits you can get from it. I don't think they really understood what that was. So before I went to college, I knew I wanted to do fashion. And of course, fashion schools, they cost a lot of money. It was definitely something that people were telling my parents it was going to cost a lot. You don't really know if you're going to make money from it. And if you want to do anything in art, at least I know graduating in 2011, like doing anything in art at that time, it was a risk, period, point blank. So my mom and not my dad, my mom for the most part was like, no, you need to go to school to be a nurse or be a lawyer. It's something that when you come out of school, you can do that. So I wanted to do fashion. I definitely did. I knew I wanted to go to school for fashion, but it just didn't happen. I went to school for psychology, just like you did. Yes. I graduated. Wasn't making that much money with a psychology degree, but it is what it is.
Because I was like, I gotta get my PhD in order to get some money.
And not even really that much when you really think of it.
Relocate to where all the people who need help that are calling and paying for it, not that are need help that not calling for help, can't pay for it. The ones that gotta,
So where the money resides. But I did that, and it's crazy because after I got out of school, I somehow I worked in psychology for like 2 years, but somehow I circled right back around, and I was like, this is not fulfilling. I don't hate it. I loved it. It was a really good, like, it was cool, but it was like, this is not fulfilling. I don't care how much I'm making. This is not fulfilling. I want to go back to what I love and what just comes naturally to me and what people are telling me I should be doing. So that's how I ended up starting Millie's Room, which I started 2 years ago. And then I finally, legally, started Millie's Room last year. So yeah, that's how it came about.
Did you mean legal, your LLC?
Actually, I did a DBA, which I don't
That
think
too.
was really smart. Now I'm talking to other people, but you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back for the LLC later, but right now the DBA works just fine. I haven't had any problems tax-wise with it, so yeah.
Yeah, as long as look up on all that stuff, because I know I gotta look up. I keep saying I'm about my LLC, but somebody just told me there's different. So
Definitely
I'm
different
definitely
levels to it.
look into that because I don't have to cut none of y'all for my name.
I mean, whatever works for you. I do know, not that I do know, but I've heard. Well, yeah, I do know actually. YouTube is your best friend. If you need to know how to get a DBA or how to get an LLC or even an S corp, YouTube will literally tell you like the steps you need to take to do it instead of paying for someone to do it for you. It's way cheaper to just do it yourself. I didn't do it that way. I paid someone to do it for me. Definitely go ahead and try to do it yourself and actually look up the steps to do it. So yeah.
So how did the COVID year affect you?
It was actually really good. Okay. I want to make sure I choose my words right.
Yeah,
So I don't
because
wanna-
it was something
Yeah.
for it's double-sided.
people
It's something
benefited.
for everybody.
Exactly. Some people benefited, some people lost. So I definitely, my heart goes out to anyone, or even businesses, period, that lost from the coronavirus and who didn't make it. My business specifically. Okay, so at first I was doing drop shipping, right? Drop shipping wasn't working, so I said, all right, let me get the clothing or get the supplies or get the inventory and just sell it on hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I made more money during coronavirus than I did outside of coronavirus. So I don't want to say, I just want to make sure I choose my words right. 'Cause
You didn't say it was not that it was, but
it was good for me.
It was a beneficial
It was-
year for
me,
you.
exactly, a beneficial year for me. Even like I told you, my dad has a restaurant. Coronavirus was a beneficial year for him as
Yeah.
a small business owner. I know some people didn't make it through it, but for him, he made most of his money during coronavirus. But I just don't want to like
yeah, of course,
crap
we're not.
on like
it ain't-
other
it
people
ain't
that
crap.
didn't make
It's
it
just-
through.
Yeah,
So.
because I just asked what happened during for the year for you. That's it. And it was
great.
just
It was definitely financially beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It was very beneficial, and however people were making their money or whatever people were doing, I don't know what everyone's situation was, but it was beneficial for me. Whatever other people were doing to get the funds that they needed to buy from me as a consumer was beneficial for me. So I just hope that continues to go on.
yeah, because it's okay. Because I saw both sides. Because I was working last year, a 9 to 5. I was working at Walmart, so I was in effect when everything went down. I literally saw everything happen, and at the time, I was watching a show where they had on masks, so it didn't make it any better. When we transitioned and had on masks, I felt like I was in
It's
the TV.
normal.
I felt like
Ain't
I
nothing
was-
really.
Bro, I have nothing against Corona. I know that it's real. I know that it's killing people. Rest in peace to them all. But just this is the first time this ever happened. All 26 years. All 26 years. This is the first time this has ever happened. You have older people like 50, 60, 70 saying that the world has never done this. So
Crazy.
it's a lot of reactions, a lot of feelings. I just have a lot of feelings about it. Like it did change because you guys who are home
Was out shopping.
was
like, it was
online
nuts.
shopping, and that was me. It went from 900 items to 3,000.
I
on
believe
average.
you. 'Cause you
And I wanted to
Bored.
cry because it was only like 4 or 5 of us working back there. Mind
that's
you,
the
we're all
part.
working in each one's. So the government don't care about you. Get out of the 9 to 5
don't.
jobs. Me and my coworkers were in a closet. Like we were in a closet.
See, that part I can't respect. As a business owner, like,
Yeah.
I think Amazon, I mean, I don't know. Just what I'm reading.
No, I heard Amazon.
Amazon is doing the same thing too, like not taking the proper precautions to make sure that they're keeping their workers safe. Like, yeah, I understand y'all want y'all money, I get it as a business owner, but you still have to protect the people that are helping you make your money.
Exactly.
Like, that's
They
your
fall dead.
investment
Who
at the
you
end of the
got?
day.
Who you got if they die?
Did they ever hire more people at Walmart, or they just kept the same amount?
Eventually, but the thing about it was that store was starving before Corona for people. So once that bitch hit, it hit us like a ton of bricks. And then you had the lazy bunch that stay. I ain't gonna call them lazy. They really thought, you know, they could have gotten corona. So for their health, Walmart had it where if you felt like you didn't want to risk it, you could stay home and still get paid. And that's what a chunk of workers did. So we were hurting.
I mean, can
We
you?
were hurting. No, I can't blame them, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it was only for a certain period of time.
And then you gotta come back.
And then you got to come back, and if you didn't come back, you ain't getting paid no more.
do they come back? Or do they-
Some of them did. Some of them
Probably
did.
fed up with.
I was fed up too.
See?
Because they don't care. Like, honestly, they don't care about you. And that's what I think.
But you're right though. Like I honestly think our generation, which definitely what I was going back to what I said before, our generation definitely differs from the generation before us. Because before us, it was like, all right, you work for this company for 30, 40, maybe 50 years. You retire, you have your money, your pension, you're good to go. Now it's like you may have your pension, or you may have to work longer than 60 or 50 years old, and the pay is not going up. The
50
living cost is definitely out the damn roof. And like at this point, it's like, yo, like, I don't have to work for this company. I can just make money out here on my own, because these people don't respect you. They don't care.
Especially, they didn't care about us. Because they definitely took the retirement age up twice. They don't. They want
They
you to
don't.
die working for them. Like, I'd
Literally.
rather die working for me. And when you work for yourself, it don't even feel like work. What feels like the work is just how much you do, like how many projects you involve yourself in, how close they are, and stuff like that. But when you love what you do,
It's not work.
it's not work. You literally work until you're like falling asleep, like work until you're falling asleep at
But
the
still
desk
feel
when
okay
you're working
about
for
it.
yourself and still be
Like,
happy.
I get it. I gotta get that more. I gotta get more.
Vibe when you're walking in the door and you're not irritated because you've been somewhere you didn't really want to be all day.
For 8 hours.
And that sounds like a
whole
long
day.
time now that I ain't been working. It only been a couple
It's a
months, but
whole
8
day.
hours sound like a long time now.
It
Because I
is.
knock out like 5 interviews in like 6. So I'm like, what's your big dreams for Millie's Room? What's next?
What's next right now? I'm not gonna lie, I hate talking too soon about things, but I already mentioned it. So my next dream right now is to definitely get into the menswear. So making sure that I get that popping, and that it's not generic, but it's my actual design, not something that I'm reselling or getting from a vendor.
Yeah.
Something that I'm actually creating on my own, fitting it properly so that it's unique and it's a different design. So that's my next thing.
That'd be dope.
I can't wait. Hope, fingers crossed, God, please, that it all happens
It will.
when
No
it's
fingers
supposed to
crossed.
happen.
God said it in the soul, baby.
That's the biggest thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared. I'm nervous because I'm like, dang, are people really gonna be accepting to it? Are they really gonna like it? Are people really gonna fuck with it? Like, are guys really gonna like?
Yeah.
So that's the most nerve-wracking thing, and just making sure that I launch it correctly and that I build up the proper anticipation so that people want
Want
to
it,
purchase
yeah.
it and want to actually have it. So
Because that's one thing these days is when you make them thirst, you pay for that. Like Super Scent, while they was on the Versus shit, she put in her business while they was in there for a whole hour wasting time. Artists being late. She ended up posting her business while she made like 50 grand, 500 grand, $500,000. Just plugging yourself, being ready, being on point.
that's true.
Like,
Proper marketing, just making sure that you're putting yourself and your information out there in a correct way that, like you said, makes people thirsty and want to know what's the next thing or what it is that you're doing next. So I don't know. I'm honestly nervous about it because it's my first. It's still a baby, and I just want people
I just
to
want you
appreciate
love
it.
my
So-
baby.
exactly the way how I love it.
Yeah.
Like see the vision that I see. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they trust me enough to be like, I fuck with her shit. I want to wear her shit. That shit look nice. Like
No, yeah.
I like that. So yeah.
What advice would you have for someone wanting to do what you're doing? So school itself, the degree itself didn't give you money. Would you give your 4 years back? Would you not have gone?
So I don't regret. Okay, I don't live with regrets. I always feel like everything that you do is definitely something that you were supposed to do. Like everything, it's a divine purpose. It's a divine action. Like you were born to do it. You were gonna have to do it regardless of whether you look back and be like, nah, I wish I would have never done that. So I don't regret it. I just regret the information that I was told about going to school, and that I wasn't given all the different avenues that I could have taken. The reason why I say that is because I see people that didn't go to school that are making twice what I'm making, and they made it within the 4 years that I was at school, not making not making the money. But again, I don't want to judge. I don't know anyone's struggle. I don't know what those people did to make their earnings. What I'm basically saying is I just wish that I was given all the different options. Either go to school or get a trade or work now and then figure out what it is that you want to do before you go out there and say, okay, I'm going to commit 4 years to this one degree. Exactly.
Because I would have definitely, if I knew then what I know now, I would have definitely did the 2 years.
Yeah.
At any it would have been any local, and then
Listen.
took that associate. Because I don't even have my associates.
Listen.
Because I went to a 4 year.
Listen. That's why I always, I hear my parents talk to my sister, and I always try to tell her, there's other options besides doing the 4 years. If you're going to do the 4 years, make sure it's something that you know once you've spent all this money on it, that you definitely want to do it, and that it's going to be a lucrative income. Because I just feel like, is it worth it to pay, even if you don't, because I didn't pay for school, but even if you didn't pay it, just to say, I paid $50,000 for this degree, that you're going to make that back, plus more, because it's an investment regardless of what way you look at it.
Education, knowledge is
power.
always power.
But it's always good to have a degree. I'm not gonna shut it down. It's definitely good. It opens doors. So I don't want to say it's not good to have one. As far as advice about getting into this business, getting into any business, you have to understand that it's your baby, and you have to treat it as such. You have to nurture it. You have to put a lot of time, a lot of adequate time into it.
So a lot of seeds.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna feel like, damn, I don't know if I really want to do this anymore. I don't see a profit from it. My dad always, because my dad. Okay, so I have to go back to him because my dad's been a business owner for as long as I've been alive, and I'm 28 this year. So he's always been the
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Glad you survived Columbia.
He's always been the breadwinner, and his businesses, when one didn't work, he went to the next one. And he always told me, when his business was falling, he always said, this has to work. So always just keep that seed in the back of your mind, or that voice in the back of your mind, this has to work. I don't know what I got to do to make it work, but it has to work. So it's just always motivating yourself, even when no one else can motivate you. But yeah.
Because consistent work will knock down that wall.
It
Some got to
really
give.
will.
There's no way you could be piling up working.
You have to keep going. Some days it's not going to look, some weeks, some months, some years, it's going to look like it's not going to work, but just believe, have faith, and it's going to work. You just got to keep going at it. So, yeah.
Yes. I will be putting all her social media handles down in the description box, and you'll see a little snippet when you come into the video. You see my beauty right here?
I'm sorry.
Yes. It was definitely such a great pleasure
Thank
meeting you. Love the vibes. We'll
Thank
definitely
you.
collab. Definitely will see you again because you're going to slide. Drop, that when men's wear, you're going to slide by the radio station and you're going to tell us what's up about it.
Please. And I hope to see you again.
Of course,
Thanks,
baby.
Take
Don't
your
buy no more
vitamins.
tissue. No more tissue. When the next
I don't even understand people
disaster
do that.
happens, please buy fruits, vegetables, vitamin C, sea moss.
Healthy
I don't know
stuff.
why y'all was coming in there buying tissue. I don't wrapping yourself in tissue. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
That was
What? Like, comment, share, subscribe to Savage Flower TV so you can see beauties like these. You see that? Make sure you shop at Millie's Boutique, baby, because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.